Well, hello there, everyone. My name is Amy. This is the Opinionated Woman, and welcome to a book haul. I know I've already done a book haul this year, and it's very rare that two book hauls happen within the same year. But it was my birthday. I got some birthday money, and I went to the book lounge because the book lounge is elite. I will link them in the description box because, like, if you're ever in Cape Town or you live in Cape Town now and you haven't gone to the book lounge, get yourself there. It's incredible, especially if you want South African, African, and queer books, because 10 out of 10. So I picked up a little stack and I want to show you what I got for my birthday, and then at the end I will show you what my sibling got me because they nailed it. They really nailed it. The first book I got was You Exist Too Much by Zaina Arafat. This is a Palestinian writer and it's a queer novel. And it's about a young woman who moves into a flat with her girlfriend, her first serious girlfriend in Brooklyn. And she tries to tries to content herself with the existence that they're living. But it says here that her longings, so closely hidden during her teenage years, explode out into reckless romantic encounters and obsession over people, which results in her seeking unconventional help to face her past traumas and current demons. That sounds 10 out of 10, and I am so into trying to find like really great Palestinian authors to read. So very excited about this one. I'm going to say very excited about all of them, but I'm excited about all of them, okay? The next one I got is Boy Parts by Eliza Clark, and this has been talked about a lot on BookTube. It's about a woman called Arena who obsessively takes explicit photographs of very average-looking men, and then I think she gets a chance to have a exhibition at a fashionable London gallery. I don't want to look too much more into this. If you know me, I add my books to the TBR when I find out what they're about from like whatever recommendation thing that I'm getting them from, and then I try and promptly forget what the books are about so that I'm going into this in like a little bit blind, so I'm like a little bit more surprised. But it's been one that I've been wanting to read for a long time, and I'm very chuffed to have finally got it. Then this was an interesting one because it wasn't on my TBR because I didn't know it existed. I needed to look into her back catalogue a little bit more, but that is The Woman Next Door by Yewande Omotoso. I love this author. She wrote A Bomb Boy and An Unusual Grief. An Unusual Grief ended up on my favorite books of the year that I read it. It's an absolutely wonderful book. And I think she's from, where is she from? She was born in Barbados, grew up in Nigeria, and then moved to South Africa with her family in 1992. So her books are set in South Africa, but she's not a South African writer, she's Caribbean. And this is about two 80-year-old women who are neighbors and they're sworn enemies, and then something brings them together. I love this author's writing. I think this cover is gorgeous. So I don't think she's going to steer me wrong. I was super tough. As soon as I saw that there was a Yewande Omotoso that I hadn't read, I was like, give it to me now. Then I picked up another book that I've been wanting to read for forever, and me and my sibling have both wanted to read this, so we can both read it now. And it's Bunny by Mona Awad. This has been talked about so much on BookTube, and it's really popular, but I just haven't been able to get hold of it, and now I finally have it. This is a culty, I think, dark academia book. It's about a main character who gets into an MFA program at Warren University. Warren. Just made that connection. That's really funny. And she finds herself in this group of women that call each other Bunny, and it's kind of culty. And I kind of like that the way that so many people have spoken about this book, but I haven't been spoiled for too much of what actually happens in here. People keep it nice and vague. So I just know that I like these vibes, and I think it's going to be so good. So I'm so excited to be able to finally see what all the hype is about. Then this book I went into the bookshop knowing that I wanted to buy, and that is The Death of Vivek OG by Akwaeke Emezi. If you know me, you know I love Akwaeke Emezi. They can do no wrong in my eyes. Like, I've loved every single thing that they've written. They're a Nigerian non-binary author, and I started listening to this book on audio, and there's certain audiobooks, certain styles of books that I can listen to on audio no problem, and there's certain books that need to be read physically. And I started listening to this one and I was like, no, I need to really like delve into this text and like into this like really metaphorical, beautiful, stunning writing, and I need to involve myself in the actual pages. So this book is about It's a story of an overprotective mother and a distant father, and the heart-wrenching tale of one family's struggle to understand their child as Vivek learns to recognize himself. And obviously, he dies at some point. So I'm super excited to get into this one. Have I read an Akwaeke Emezi this year? I read Bitter at the end of last year on audio, but I haven't read a physical one of theirs in a while. So I'm really amped to like finally see why this is on so many people's best of lists, because like I just know this author so well, but at this point that I know I'm going to love everything they put in front of me. And then I picked up, I went downstairs at the book lounge. You go downstairs that's the YA section. And there's always like a really beautiful spread of books, and I always find something in there. And this time I was kind of looking for With Fire on High by Elizabeth Azevedo, but they didn't have it. But what they did have was The Broposal by Sonora Reyes. Sonora Reyes is a non-binary Latina author, and they wrote The Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School, which I got from the library, and I absolutely loved. It was in my best of list of the year that I read it. And when they announced this recently, I was like, I'm not going to be able to read that for a long while, because I'll have to try and get hold of it. And when I saw it, I was like, you are coming home with me. The Broposal is about two gay roommates, who decide that they need to get married. Everyone around them thinks that this is a romantic relationship, but actually they are getting married so that one of them can have a green card. So they were roommates, and it's fake dating. And it's like Latina characters, Latina gay characters, and look how cute. Precious. Look at the little dog. Cute as fuck. He's holding his little fingers. So I think it is going to be a wonderful fake dating romance, and I can't wait to dive back into this author's writing, because the way they write just flips those pages. God damn. And the last book was like, before that I knew that I was getting money to go to the book lounge for my birthday, I was intending on just buying one book, and that's this book, and that's 1,000 Eyes on You by Mia Arderne. If you have watched me before, you know I freaking love Mia Arderne. I am lucky enough to be mutuals with her on Instagram and TikTok. I've met her before at an artist salon, and I got to chat with her, and I got to have her read a little excerpt from this book. And I loved Mermaid Fillet, so I knew that I had to pick this one up. This is her first foray into YA. It's just a little guy. And as far as I know, it's about a teenager who is struggling with depression. As I say, I don't want to know too many things going into it. This cover is gorgeous, very bisexual vibes. She is very bisexual. So I'm so excited that I have this in my hands finally, because I missed the launch of it. I found out that the launch was happening while I was sitting on my couch. I saw the notice for it and realized that it had just started, and because it was in town and I don't live in town, so I knew that I had to pick this one up. So this was always going to be my birthday present book, and I'm so excited to read it. I think after the book that I'm reading now, this is what I'm going to read. Ooh! I dropped it. And then the things that my sibling got me. So I said to my sibling that I've been struggling with my sleep quite a lot. If you watch my vlogs, you know that I've really been having trouble with my sleep. And one of the things that happens to me is that the light shines through my curtains, and sometimes I find it like I can feel the light like shining through my eyelids, and sometimes I have to put something over my eyes to try and like mask it. But I hadn't got around to buying myself a sleep mask yet, and I didn't even know where to buy one. And then they bought me this beauty. Isn't it so cool? It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and I used it for the first time last night. And it's so nice. It's so pretty, and it's so soft, and it's so comfy, and I had a wonderful night's sleep. So they were so thoughtful, and this is the exact one that I would have picked if it was me picking it. They got it from Typo. And then, because they're an artist, and because they're amazing, they painted me the woman herself, Chapel Roan. Look, it says My Kink is Karma. My Kink is Karma is the first Chapel Roan song I ever heard, and that's what got me into her music a few years ago before she sort of exploded. And it's just, oh my fucking God, it's incredible. I need to get a frame for it. I will link my siblings' art down below. They do commissions. So if you're looking for a queer artist to draw you something and paint you something amazing, I highly recommend them. This is like a prized possession for me now, and I just need to get a frame so I can hang it up. And that is everything that I got for my birthday. I got other stuff for my birthday as well, but these are the books and the couple of things that I got from my sibling Jay. Have you read any of these books? Which one should I get to? No spoilers, please, in the comments, because I don't want to be spoiled for any of these books. But if there's particular ones that you think I need to get to earlier, drop them down below. If you want to see more from me, my TikTok and my Instagram are down below, along with my Kofi link, which is a one-time tip jar if you ever want to support my channel. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I'll check you next time.